Sit in the chairs that have the black and yellow tape. This is Mr. Taylor. We going on both cases?
Judge, we're exchanged for one, we're dismissing the assault.
Okay, what cases we go? What case?
So we're going on 324-865 and we're dismissing.
324-865.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
And we're dismissing 324-437.
okay. This is convert. Well,
Bigger lighting.
okay. Jefferson County Court at Law number 2 is now in session. Court is in session and clause number 324-865. The case is styled the state of Texas versus Tyler James Tatum. Mr. Tatum, would you please raise your right hand? Mr. Tatum, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Tatum, you may put your hand down. How are you doing, Mr. Tatum?
Pretty good, Your Honor. Yourself?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Mr. Tatum, you're here represented by your attorney Dustin Galmore. Attorney Galmore, how are you doing?
Great, Judge, how are you?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking.
Judge, at this time, the state, we're going forward on 324-865. The state's going to abandon the enhancement paragraph, proceed on the lesser included offense of driving while intoxicated.
Okay, Mr. Hoffbauer, thanks. Now, Mr. Tatum, the information charges you with a DWI second. However, the state will be abandoning the enhancement paragraph, which makes it a second. And because they are abandoning the enhancement paragraph, you will only be charged with a DWI first. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Now, this information that was filed by the Jefferson County District Attorney's Office alleges that on or about September 3rd of 2019, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, operating a motor vehicle in a public place, that you committed the offense of driving while intoxicated, which is a Class B misdemeanor because they abandoned the enhancement paragraph. Do you understand what you have been charged with?
I went from A to B.
Yes.
Okay, yes, Your Honor.
And to this charge, Mr. Tatum, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
Now, Mr. Tatum, are you pleading no contest freely and voluntarily?
Yes, Your Honor.
And are you pleading no contest because you do not wish to fight or contest the charges?
Yes, Your
Mr. Tatum, I also have before me a document that is titled misdemeanor plea admonishments. This is also labeled as State's Exhibit Number 1. Mr. Tatum, do you recognize this document?
Yeah, that's the one. we just did.
And on page 2 of the same document, there are a set of initials on a line next to a box that says check nolo contingere, which means no contest. Did you place your initials on this document?
Yes, Your Honor, I did.
On page 3 of this same document, there is a signature above the line that is titled defendant. Is this your signature?
Yes, Your Honor.
And on the next document that is titled trial court certification, the defendant's right of appeal, do you recognize this document?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant?
Yes.
There are 2 boxes that are checked at the top of this document. The first box that's checked states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that? The second box that's checked states that you're waiving your right to an appeal, which means you're giving up your right to an appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes.
I also have a document that is titled Discovery Certification. Mr. Tatum, do you recognize this document?
Yes.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant? Now, Mr. Tatum, before you signed and initialed all of these documents that I've just mentioned to you, did your attorney, Mr. Galmore, go over these documents with you?
Yes.
And did you read and understand everything in these documents?
Yes.
And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
Need to be dated.
No problem.
Mr. Tatum, are you a citizen of the United States?
Yes.
State, I have before me State's Exhibit number 1, the misdemeanor plea admonishment, and State's Exhibit number 2, the probable cause affidavit. State, would you like to offer State's Exhibits number 1 and 2?
The state would do so at this time, Your Honor.
Any objections?
No objection.
No objections. State's Exhibits 1 and 2 are admitted. Mr. Galmore, you have advised and counseled Mr. Tatum. Is there any evidence that he is currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Tatum, your attorney, Mr. Galmore, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation? Has he provided full, effective, and competent legal representation? Mr. Tatum, I will accept your plea of no contest. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. And I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
We do, Your Honor.
What is that agreement?
Your Honor, in exchange for a plea of no contest in this case, the state has agreed to abandon the allegation and make this a DWI first. For a probation of 180 days, probated for 1 year, $500 fine, court cost 90 hours community-based service.
90 hours of community service?
Yes. All the things that are required from a DWI probation, DWI class, and alcohol urine analysis test as well. And finally, the interlock device throughout the terms of probation. All of the standard conditions deemed appropriate by probation.
Okay.
Now, part of this plea agreement is also, Your Honor, is for the state to dismiss cause number 324437, which was also a case pending on today's trial line.
Okay. Let me do this. I need to calculate his fees. Okay, so the fine was $500
Correct, Judge.
plus the court cost is $382. Mr. Tatum, the state is offering that you serve 180 days in the Jefferson County Jail. However, you will not be required to serve any time in the Jefferson County Jail on this case because you will be placed on probation for 1 year. During the 1 year probationary period, you'll be required to pay a fine of $500 plus court costs of $382. You will also be required to pay a probation fee of $60 each month, a urinalysis fee of $15 each month. You'll also be required to pay Jefferson County DWI education class and initial evaluation fee of $125 on the day of the plea. Should a further evaluation be needed, you'll be required to pay an additional $50. Now, your total monthly installments, that is the total amount that you will be required to pay each month while you are on probation, is $162. Will you be able to pay the $162 each month?
Yes, Your Honor.
Now, you will also be required to perform 90 hours of community service. You'll be required to attend and complete a DWI education class. You'll be required to have a drug and alcohol assessment, and you'll be required to install an interlock device on any vehicle that you own or operate. And finally, you will also be required to adhere to the other standard terms and conditions of your probation. Now, in addition to this plea bargain agreement, the state is going to dismiss the companion case 324437. Now, Mr. Tatum, do you understand the state's offer?
Yes.
Do you think that the state's offer in your case is fair and just?
Yes.
And do you accept the state's offer?
Yes.
Mr. Tatum, I will follow the plea bargain agreement that you have entered into with the state. Now, Mr. Tatum, please have a seat at the table. Our court clerk will draft up the paperwork, and once you finish with the paperwork, she will ask that you will come back up before her window, and then once you finish following her directions, you'll be free to go, and you have a blessed day. And Mr. Galmore, you'll be free to go as well, and you have a blessed day.
Thank you, Judge. You did say, just so I understand, the 125 is not mixed in. I have to come out of pocket on that to pay,
Right.
of course, but everything else is included in the 160.
That's correct.
Or whatever. Okay. Yes, sir.
That's correct. All
Thank you,
right,
Judge.
all right, y'all just have a seat.
Oh, and, do I guess, do y'all send that directly to the place or?
No, what I need to do is get do another form without it getting scratched out.
Get another one.
And yeah, we'll sign this and we'll sign the release because he will no longer be on bond.